my name is Lorraine Garvey and of District32, and I have the absolute pleasure today of speaking with Liz. I'm from Eloype Global. How are you, Liz?
Hi, Lorraine. Thank you for having me today. I'm looking forward to this, actually. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it, as you can tell. But look, the purpose of this video is I've just heard you say so many good things about District32 and how it's impacted your life and your business. And I thought, I have to get that on camera. I asked you and you agreed to. So that's where my excitement comes from. And we just spent 20 minutes talking about how you've designed this business that you've designed, which is such an inspirational story. But Liz, before I ask you about District32, let people know, what is your business? What do you do for people?
So my business, I think, like you're saying, I'll start with maybe how District32 came about.
Right. Okay. We can start there.
Yeah, because for me, I thought business was just about meeting the demands of the public, like what is needed in the market. So if the public needs something, you provide. So that's business. But I then realized, no, actually, I'm going about it the wrong way. I should be putting myself first. And how do I do that? I then thought, no, I need to equip myself as much as, yes, I've been doing this business, but I actually don't know anything about business. So because of that, I thought, okay, do I go and do an MBA? Or do I go and find people that know stuff about business? Or do I get into a network? So I then came across District32. It was a guest networking event. And I thought, oh, okay, whatever that is, let's go. Let's go and just see what it is. And then I rocked up and I saw you. And I mean, immediately, I think when we spoke over the phone, I was just like, I need to meet this lady, because the way that you spoke to me over the phone, I was just like, she's so enthusiastic about life, and I can resonate with that. And I would love to just see what this is all about. So then I obviously came to a District32 network event, and I was just looking around. I'm going, oh, I might be in the wrong place. I'm looking around going, oh, I don't know if this is for me. And I thought, actually, let's see how it goes. But the more I started talking to different people and just hearing their stories, and really they were just interested to know, who is Elizabeth? Like, what's Elizabeth doing? But not necessarily in a, like, they wanted to be sold something, or they're expecting me to pitch an idea or anything, but they were just interested, and I liked that. So I thought, oh, this wasn't that bad, because in my mind I'd already made assumptions in terms of what networking is, because I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be these very business-minded people, serious, and I thought, oh, I don't know. And obviously from that event I signed up, because for me it was now what they're representing. And I think when you spoke about the power of connection, that was powerful to me. It resonated deeply, because that's something I felt was missing for how I operate business. The power of connection to myself. So how is business meaningful for me? Not necessarily what I'm giving out, because I can give. But if there's nothing here, it's not for me. I wouldn't want to do that. So having District32 really just put that out there and go, no, it's about people. Business is about connections between people. You're connecting to a person. Yes, you can have the B2B, B2C, but it's people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that to me was, it was powerful. And I thought, no, I have to be part of this. And so when I started getting to know more people through the network. I then started to also now question about my business in terms of, okay, I'm an occupational therapist. I've been working as a contractor in all these different projects. I'm an accessibility consultant. I can do 1, 2, 3. But these are all things that I've gained over time. But is that me? No, it's not me. It's part of what I do. So coming to that realization and then meeting people within the network that then also had come to that realization in their businesses, it was amazing. So I then started going, okay, how do I want to go about my business? What is it about my business that I want to do long term? how do I want to go about it? So I came across all sorts of amazing ladies and gents, and then we just started. So in a way, my business then evolved in a very short period of time.
Very short period.
Yes.
You're an action taker.
Oh gosh. I think once you are in alignment, right? Once you're in alignment with really who is this person, it doesn't take long. It actually can be an overnight thing, because now your mental clarity is like spot on. So you don't need someone else to convince you of maybe you should be doing that. You should know it's very clear. So for me, my business then became something where I put my family as part of it. I value my family. I thought, okay, this is what I love. This is my daughter. This is her life. There's no work-life balance. It's life, full stop. This is my life. And how I go about my life is my responsibility. What I choose to do with my time is my responsibility. So then my business became my life. And I immediately thought, okay, so I need to change a lot of things of how I thought business was. And then I started looking at, okay, what am I going to do? I want to be able to design an ecosystem, a network of different like cross industries of people who can come together, whether it's sustainability practitioners, whether it's architects, it's designers, but putting these different industries in one place to design an environment that's empowering. Because I'd always been involved in the business for accessibility, where we're improving the environment for people with disabilities, whether it's their home, whether it's in the community. I'd always been involved in that. So I understood that, but I was now taking it like a step further, where I then thought, no, it's the design. If the design is wrong, whatever you're going to do afterwards, it's like you're just correcting, and you're probably not doing it as right. But if you get involved in the planning and designing stage of how our infrastructure is, then everything else will fall into place.
Yep.
You don't have to then modify the space or do an add-on because someone has a disability or because we have an aging population. You just have it all sorted within the design.
Yep.
Yes. So for me, when I realized that, I thought, okay, this is the area that I want to focus in. This is the area that I want to empower people through. Because at the end of the day, even how our lives are designed, that's where it all happens. So everything else that we're seeing physically, like you go, oh, this person is all well put up. Oh, they have that. But you don't know how their design is. They have probably put a lot more effort in how they designed their life for it to be what you're seeing now. But it's a lot of work. So having to be able to contribute towards that stage, I thought that's what we need. We need more people. We need more occupational therapists. We need more health and social care staff. We need more sustainability practitioners. We need more designers who really are design thinking, like intentionally, deliberately thinking about putting the human person first in how we're designing our spaces. Because we see it all the time. Like we see a crappy design and we go, oh, that's bad. But then we give the responsibility to the designer or to the architect. We never thought, actually, we can co-design this. Because at the end of the day, the built environment is for people. It's not for anyone else.
Yeah.
So we can't just go, oh yeah, it's somebody else's responsibility. And then we get to complain. Like we complain about it. But then we don't want to input towards. So that was something I thought, no, let's co-design. Let's have something where we have the user, who is the public. We have the designer, who's probably has gotten a qualification. But then just having a qualification is not enough to know how to design, because there is a whole lot of things that come into effect from that design. So so that's my business. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing it from really from a global perspective. Mm-hmm. Having lived in different countries gave me that opportunity to understand the world at a global scale. So to understand the problems that we have as a society, and I mean as a human race, where we're really thinking what's going on across the world. Where I've lived, all these other countries, it's the same problems. Like, a lot of times don't realize that a problem in Zimbabwe can also be the same problem in Australia. Like, people would think, oh, but no, surely not. Like, oh, Australia is well developed. Zimbabwe is like, no, it's actually the same problem. Like, to give an example, affordable housing is a big issue in Australia. It's a whole big issue in Zimbabwe. And it's amazing how all these different countries, at a different, like in terms of growth, can actually have the same issues. So when it comes to that people problem, it's the same. Like wherever you go, it's the same. So for me, I thought, oh, I'll just make my business global because it's the same stuff. Like, there's nothing about it that's different. So that's when I then got my family involved because they already had businesses in different countries, and we just came together and we go, okay, this is, and I pitched my idea and I said, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm hoping to do. And funny enough, because we were all raised in one house, we were all living these shared realities. So when I said it to them, they got it, like immediately. Immediately they got it. And we just, and then we just took it from there, and they went, what do you want us to do? And I was like, wow. And then we've just been doing that for the past, it's coming 3 months now. Yeah.
Wow. So when you talk there, it's about 3 months. It sounds as if you could have been doing this for 3 decades, right? For how all this stuff. So you've really discovered some profound shifts in your own mind, your own thinking about who you are, who you're serving. You've had that first shift around, well, actually, if I'm going to design a business, it's not for my customer, it's for me first. Then it's for my customer. And then how does your family all interlink with that? And that shift has really given you a real sense of alignment, a centering. You now know that it's all ingrained together, and it's your own ecosystem, right? You're creating for your own life. And you're just such an interesting person. You've got such an interesting background as well. You've got lots and lots to bring to the table, to any network, to any conversation. Yeah. But Liz, I've asked you here to talk to us today because you are so inspirational, and I find your energy is energetic. But what I wanted to ask you was, how has District 32 contributed to your growth as a business owner? How has it helped? What were you like before District 32 as comparison to after? Because I'm not going to take credit for those profound shifts, right? They're all yours. But how did District 32 was part of that journey for you?
Oh, so I mean, here's the thing. I think because I chose to say yes to something that I thought maybe it's not for me, because that's how I started. It was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do this. But I just said, no, let me just go. And because I said yes, honestly, from the first day, I met people that I'm still talking to this day. I met people that then connected me. And every time I would tell my story to anyone, they go, oh, we know who you need.
Yeah.
And they would connect me. And I mean this in there. It was amazing how I think because I said yes to me, it opened doors. So I then met, so I have my marketing team in District 32. I have my printing and whatnot, everything else that I need that side in District 32. I have my lawyer in District 32. I have my accounting bookkeeping staff through District 32. I have my business strategist. I knew her at an event. She was a guest through District 32. I've now, in a way, I have built the foundation. I still am building my foundation, but I have the right team. And I got this through District 32. We have this lady who is helping me with my financial literacy. And again, I knew her through District 32, and we're labeling her as the Chief Value Officer. because my business is about social impact. But then at the same time, we want to make money, right? Like we don't want to just do good. We want to make money off it. So she's, again, someone who understood what I'm trying to do with my business, but from a level of value, but also from a really profitable aspect to go. So what do we need to do to make your business profitable? And that she's been amazing. And I've known her again through District32. So it's, I mean, I have my personal stylist who is District32.
So you've built your team around District32, but you've also been connected to everybody that you needed to be able to create that ecosystem that you've created for your business. Yes. And I think I also heard you say once, Liz, I can't remember the exact term, but it was something like I just had 10 years of learning in 6 weeks. Was it? Was it 10 years? Just 10 years of learning in 6 weeks. Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing, because in my mind, and I tell people all the time, I say, you don't need an MBA, just join District32.
I love that. I'm going to pinch that line, right? I love that.
Because the amount of knowledge, and this is the thing why I kept wanting to go to every event. I'm like, no, I will miss out, because in my mind, I'm like, I'm learning so much that I didn't know. And this is the thing, a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times people start business and they think it's just about giving, like it's that market gap. It's about giving what people need. But no, it's actually not. So when I was going to these events, for me, it was like fast tracking to this thing that I feel I'm missing. I'm like, no, I need to know more. I need to just keep consuming this knowledge. Like, this knowledge is fantastic. And I did, and I went to so many events, and I remember my strategies go, you need to slow down.
I remember talking to you at one of the maximizers, you were like, I'm going to have to stop coming to these events. Like, I have to do some business. At some point, it's about getting that balance.
So yes, I think that's where, at the moment, I'm coming around to that. Where I just thought, okay, events are amazing, and I get to learn, but also I have to take it 1 month at a time. Yeah. And I'll grow into it, because now this is me. Yeah.
And Liz, you're bringing so much to the network as well, right? Your experience, and because you're a highly qualified individual, right? You're highly qualified at what you do. You're highly skilled, and you've so much experience to bring to the table, and you bring that to the network, and people love that. And you're so giving of your advice and your contacts and your connections and your background, and that's what makes District32 an ecosystem as well. I'm going to pinch lots from you today.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But Liz, I just want to thank you for sharing your story. I want to thank you for sharing the story, for being part of it, and also offering to say what it's done for you, because that helps us. And if we can help other businesses to be part of it, the more we are, the bigger and stronger we get, right?
Yeah. And I think that authenticity that I've experienced is something I'm sure a lot of people can echo, in terms of just having someone who cares about you as an individual and just want to see you prosper. That's priceless. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah.
And back at you, Liz, thank you very much for sharing your time today, and I look forward to seeing you prosper more.
Yes. The next maximizer. Yes.
Okay, Liz, thank you very much for sharing your time with us today. Wish you all the best, and I'll see you very soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Lorraine.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.